Just a quick reminder, when you have a linear transformation of a formula book entry, then what we do is we do a reverse chain rule. So the formula book tells us that when you integrate cos x, you get sin x, but the question says integrate cos of 2x plus 7. And you recognize that this is a linear transformation of a formula book entry. So if this said 2x squared plus 7, we would not use this method. It's only when it's linear, and the method is we reverse the chain rule. We basically just treat it as though it was exactly on the formula book. So we kind of integrate the outside function. And then, because we're reversing the chain rule, we're going to, instead of multiplying by the derivative of the inside function, we divide by it. Okay, so that is what we do when we have a linear transformation. So now let's do a more sophisticated question. So when you see this question, the first thing you think to yourself, is it f dashed over f? If there was an x on the top of the fraction, maybe we could differentiate the bottom and it would equal the top. No, it's clearly not that. Is it partial fractions? Now it could only be partial fractions if we could factorize this quadratic. We can't. So this is a linear transformation question because we can write quadratic as a completing the square, and this is going to be a linear transformation. Now there's one subtlety here, and that is, this is how you complete the square, but look at that, that 4 is a square number, that's 2 squared. So I can put that inside the square and write it like this. Now that is better because this is a true linear transformation. Okay, so here it is, and it's one of these things that, because this is quite an obscure one, students don't think to look at in the formula book, and you just don't even realize we can write the answer down to this question. It looks super hard, but we can simply write the answer down. And so what I'm going to do is make it look as much like this as possible first. So I'm going to take that 3 out, I'm going to swap the 3 to the start and write it out nicely. So it was this, and I've written it like this very formally because I want it to look identical to that. Makes it easier then to plug it in. So now I have a linear transformation of the formula book. So I'm going to write this formula down and then simply remember to divide by this 2 here as a reverse chain rule. So let's do it. So first of all, I've not forgotten the 3. Just write it out at the very start. Then I have obeyed this formula. A is root 3. X is 2x plus 2. And what have I forgotten? Yeah, and this is so common. Students forget to reverse the chain rule. You feel like you finished a question, but we have used a linear transformation, this 2x plus 2 here. So I must divide by 2. I'll put the 2 there. I'll probably put the 3 up there. And that's the answer to the question.